Trying to get this set up here. Hang on. Gotta figure out. 1 second. We're here on a live. Perfect. We're here on live, guys, and I decided to come on here. I just want to talk some sports talk with you guys. Hopefully we get some people to join. We'll see how this all goes. But if people join, I think I'm going to just talk some sports tonight. Feeling that kind of vibe tonight, not going to lie to you. But yeah. We're talking some sports. Going to pull up some sports topics on my laptop just to kind of talk about here. If we can get some people on the live. Let's see. 1 second. Hey guys, we're back. I kind of just want to come on here, talk about some sports. If we can get some people to join. Decided to go on YouTube because I think my sports stuff is going to be on YouTube. Going to try to make more content. Also, my podcast channel doesn't have many subs yet. I'm going to make more content on there pretty soon. And also, the podcast TikTok doesn't have enough followers to go live. So I'm going to try to boost up the podcast more and more. Make sure you guys go sub to the podcast. Check Tackling Sports with Jared Pod. But once we get a few people on here, chatting it up, I think I'm going to go ahead and begin to chat about some of the latest sports topics that are just on my mind that I kind of just want to talk about, Kind of just want to talk about it. So make sure you say what's up in the chat before we go ahead and get started. Let me obviously make sure we get some people on here because kind of want to just talk sports, but got to get some people to join the stream and talk. Make sure you say what's up on here. I got the chat on my laptop. I also got it that pops up on the phone here. But once we get enough people, kind of just want to talk about some sports stuff with you guys because why not? As you know, I'm a very passionate sports fan. And yes, sir, go Mets. I kind of just felt like I needed to yap to people tonight just talking about stuff. So make sure you say what's up. I kind of just needed that space tonight. Yeah, I know you said just kidding, go Dodgers. Yeah, I know. Kind of just need that space tonight to just chat it up. So make sure you say what's up. Make sure you like the stream, share the live. Let's get some people on here so we can talk. I'm going to pull up something real quick. First thing I kind of want to talk about, just my Mets, of course. Let's go to the MLB.com first and look at the standings. Because the New York Mets right now, my team, are looking like the best team in baseball. Technically, they're a half game out of the best record in the MLB that is held by the Detroit Tigers at 44-24. But my New York Mets are just a half game back at 43-24. They're 8-2 in their last 10 on a 4-game winning streak, plus 89 run differential. So I mean, that's something. 25-7 at home is a crazy number, and they just had another walk-off win at home tonight. The pitching staff has been absolutely elite. Juan Soto's coming alive, and all those people are saying he's not happy, he's not having it, he's not doing well. Well, now he's coming alive. He had another 2 RBIs tonight, another home run, walking at an insane rate as he usually does. He is becoming Juan Soto, and we'll take a look at the stats on that shortly. But the Mets are on a 4-game winning streak. If you take a look at the rest of the MLB, as of right now, the only other winning streaks that are longer in the league are the Giants at 5, and the Reds have won 5 straight to get back over 500. So really strong. I mean, the MLB is heating up, quite honestly. Like, the MLB is, I love baseball. You guys know that, but take a look at some of the standings. I mean, the NL West, aside from the Rockies, is going to be a crazy competitive division this year. Dodgers lead the pack at 40-27, but just a game and a half and 2 games behind are the Giants and Padres. And the Diamondbacks are struggling right now, but I feel like they can pick it up and do better during the season here. I mean, it's still kind of early on, but this is kind of the home stretch where you start to build games together, piece it together. Um, let's take a look. I kind of just want to talk baseball first. Let's take a look at some of the stats in the MLB to start. Um, what was I going to talk about first? Looks like we got a handful of people on here right now. Make sure you share it so we can get the viewership up. But let's see some of the stats here. If you take a look, let's start off with the leaders in hits. And holy shit, I mean, Aaron Judge and Jacob Wilson, 97 and 93 hits, and we're 64, 65 games in. They are well on their way on pace for 200 hits. Leading out the top 10, we got Jeremy Pena, 81, Duran, Jose Ramirez, and Trey Turner at 80, Machado, 79, Bichette, 78, Brendan Donovan, 77, and Pete Alonso of the New York Mets sitting at 76 hits, 10th in all of baseball. If we take a look at the National League leaders, Pete Alonso is 5th in the National League of hits, just behind Trey Turner, Machado, Brendan Donovan, and Ohtani. And then also, if we go to the RBI category, Pete Alonso leads the National League with 62 RBIs. And if we go to the MLB, he is still the leader over Aaron Judge with 62 RBIs. At this point in the season, 67 games in is a really, really good number. The home run leaders are going to be, who do you expect them to be? Aaron Judge is up there, Ohtani's up there, Schwarber's up there. Cal Raleigh, though, with 26 home runs and just 64 hits. 1/3 of his hits, a little over 1/3 of his hits, are home runs. And that man is on a record pace. Max Kranick, Rookie of the Year. Honestly, he's been insane. Max Kranick has been absolutely a dog for that Mets bullpen. But I mean, he's been insane. Max Kranick is just, I mean, what David Stearns has done for the pitching lab, we call it Jeremy Hefner and David Stearns pitching lab. That is such an interesting thing here. If we go, let's go to the pitching stats. Now let's go to the team stats for pitching, because if we take a look at the pitching team stats, who leads the league in ERA? That's right, it's the New York Mets. Do you like my name? Yeah, your name is awesome. Eduardo Nunez, bro. Eduardo Nunez, what a Mets legend. What a Met legend Eduardo Nunez is. But the Mets lead the league in ERA at 2.86. The next closest teams are at 3.07 and 3.12. If we look at, let's go to the player pitching stats. Mackenzie Gore leading the National League in ERA, I think. Wait, no, I'm sorry. That's Kodai Senga, of course. He's got a 1.59, 6-3 and 12 starts, and no one seems to be talking about him. Rank the top 10 catchers in the league. Okay, we can do that. We can do that in just a second. But, I mean, the thing with Kodai Senga is no one's talking about him. I mean, nobody seems to be saying anything about Kodai Senga's amazing season so far. 6-3 with a 1.59 in 68 innings. He's given up 12 earned runs and 65 strikeouts. Now, he's not a big strikeout guy, but that forkball has been working for him. Let's go to Baseball Reference. And we're going to take a look. I'm going to take a look. Actually, let's go to the MLB website. And we're going to rank the 10 catchers today, like he said in the chat. So we're going to rank the top 10 catchers. So let's see here. I might not know like all the catchers off the top of my head. I mean, I can do my best. Let's see. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. All right. So we're pulling up the catcher list because I can't. I will rank them once I see them, obviously, but I don't remember like all the catchers like right off the top of my head. But once I see rosters, I'd be able to tell. Let's see here. All right, we're on Fangraphs right now. Let's take a look at all these teams. All right. So, the number one catcher has got to be Cal Raleigh. His average is 231, but he's got a 482 slug with, like we said, 26 homers. And he's got 26 homers and 65 hits. Already, like, one of the best hitting catchers. He's got a 4 WAR already in 2025. So, he's the number one catcher in the league in my mind. If we take a look, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really, I watch it, but I've been like really busy recently where I really can't really keep track of every single team's catcher, obviously. So I kind of just have to scroll through here. So Cal Raleigh is definitely that number one catcher. We're going to keep looking here. Some other good options. Honestly, you know what helps? What helps is if we go to the MLB All-Star ballot, because then that shows every team's catcher. So let's go to the MLB All-Star ballot. And let's see the catchers. Where are the catchers at? Where are the catchers at? All right, we got the catchers. Here we go. So we said that number one is Cal Raleigh with that 10-10 OPS with 26 homers. He's been really, really good. The number two catcher in the league. The number two catcher in the league. There's not really that many good catchers in this league, to be honest with you. Honestly, I might have to go number two catcher in the league. Who could we say for that? Who could we say for the number two catcher in the league? I mean, it might have to be Will Smith. I think Will Smith is probably the second best catcher in the league. We got Cal Raleigh at 1, Will Smith at 2, and then we get to number 3. And just based off the All-Star balloting, what it says for stats here, honestly, the number 3 catcher in the league, I would have to say, is Hunter Goodman. I mean, Hunter Goodman's had a really good year. 279 average, 10 homers, 814 OPS for a player that's on a really, really bad team at Coors Field. On pace to be the worst team of all time, worse than last year's White Sox. So we got Cal Raleigh, we got Will Smith, and then we got Hunter Goodman. And I think number 4, I would have to say Dylan Dingler for the Tigers. Been pretty good too. 761 OPS, batting 286 for a catcher is really, really good. So top 4, we got Raleigh, Smith, Hunter Goodman, and Dylan Dingler at number 4. Number 5? Who do we want at number 5? Not JT. He's having a bad year. Adley's not having a good year. Salvi's not having a great... I actually think... You know what? We'll put Salvi at 5. Just because he's not good this year. But he's sustained that greatness of his career. So I'd have to put Salvi at 5. And then number 6, I think we can put Logan O'Hoppe there. He's been really good for the Angels. Logan O'Hoppe at 6. 7, let's go with Austin Wells. Austin Wells has been really good. I do not like the Yankees. I'm a Yankee hater, but Austin Wells at 7. probably sounds right. Wells at 7, and then Adley can go 8, and then number 9 can be number 9. I'd probably say Carson Kelly, and then 10 is I'm gonna put Patrick Bailey in the top 10 just because of how good he is defensively. Not necessarily the greatest offensive catcher, but he's definitely number 10 there. And then shortly behind are William Contreras, Sean Murphy, Gabi Moreno. Shortly behind them with, that would probably, Kirk is up there too. God, I didn't realize Kirk was having that good of a year, but I mean, those are my catchers I would say are probably in that range. Solid list. Thank you. I mean, I don't know like every team's player for every position and stuff like that, but I mean, I think that's a good list. I'm not too sure how long I want to be on live tonight for. I kind of just wanted to come on and, just talk a little bit to you guys about my sports knowledge. I think Kirk is a top 10 lock. Yeah, I kind of forgot about him. I'm not going to lie. I would slot him in the top 10 somewhere in the middle of the top 10, honestly. But yeah. Before I go, I might stay on for a little longer, but before I go, I want to say that I will be making some more content sports related pretty soon. I know I always say that, but I'm going to be doing that. Going to have the podcast, at least making shorter videos on there, maybe not full podcast episodes, but definitely podcast videos, shorts, stuff like that. And I'm going to try to, am I lagging here? Am I lagging? Podcast videos. Wait, no, we're back. Okay. I'm going to try to make podcast shorts and build the podcast TikTok account. So, build the podcast TikTok account just so I can go live on there because ultimately I can reach more viewers on TikTok than I can on here. Just wanted to come on here and talk a little brief sports with you guys. Not going to keep you too long. I mean, it was less than 20 minutes, but it's a start. It's something. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely going to keep this one up. But I will also, like I said, be posting on the podcast, TikTok, podcast, YouTube shorts. I'm going to be working more on those. I keep saying that, but I'm making a mental note to myself. I got a lot going on in the next couple weeks, but I will have more ability to do that in the next few weeks after. But just a quick little stream for you guys. Let me know if you want me to do it more. Obviously, if I can build up to a certain amount of followers on the TikTok account, I'll go live on there, on the sports podcast TikTok account. But I think that's going to do it for tonight. I might come back on here more often, do some watch parties of some Mets games or something. I mean, I might do that on my Mets TikTok account, quite honestly. Just Mets game watch parties. I mean, I got 13K on that account. I can get gifts on live, from TikTok. So, but I think that's going to do it for tonight. Just a quick little talking stream. I will be back. I will be uploading soon, keeping up with everything. But I do appreciate every single person that came on to watch tonight. We will be back with more soon. But with that being said, short little stream, I know, but I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.